Hi, Joe. It's me. We're on a loading screen. You love loading screens. Sorry if I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. Anyway, this is a short one. I just thought I'd show you my Savannah-inspired house. I don't know. Would you call it a duplex? I guess it's a duplex. You know, I think the loading screens are longer when I'm recording. Because when I was playing earlier, it wasn't this long. Like, not nearly. Tommy has vet tomorrow. Poor Tommy. He lives such a hard life. So yeah. Whoa. Those look like they haven't loaded in yet. Whatever. I maybe should have built this in a different different section of neighborhood, because this is like supposed to be kind of the poor people. Not the poor people, but the starter homes, and this is definitely not one of the starter homes, but oh well. So here's the house, here's the outside. I actually just kind of like Google Maps picked the house. It was on Henry Street. I didn't use the same numbers, so you know. Anyway, as I was building it, I imagined that because it's a duplex, so you can see that this is a different unit to this one. But imagine the people who own, like, they own both, and they live in this one and they rent this one out. So I'll talk about this as the owner family, and they are, I imagine the guy is a wealthy writer, like fairly popular, you know, does murder mysteries. Maybe they're like based in Savannah kind of murder mysteries. And, you know, he's a wife who's super into gardening, and they have a teenage daughter. And on the left side, the rental unit is rented out by a young bachelor, as they would say. I imagine he's like a cop, like he wants to be a detective, and he actually is like really into these mystery novels that this guy writes, but for some reason he hasn't put it together that it's his landlord. So that's the backstory, in case you wanted to know. But yeah, I'll show you the insides now. So for the main house, you come in and you have this lovely little entryway, so pretty. You know, you can dump your stuff, your mail, that kind of thing. There are the stairs that go upstairs, and then of course there's the fireplace. Per Savannah tradition, I included lots of fireplaces in weird places. But yeah, since this isn't really a spot for really like a seating area, I imagine they just have like a little reading chair right there. And then here's their actual living room with the TV and everything. That's their TV. It's one of those frame art TVs. The teenage daughter has a kitty. I imagine it's probably like a really big fluffy orange kitty. And you know, she's your typical teenager. She plays video games and is kind of girly and a little spoiled. Little seating area over here. Record player. Unfortunately, Sims 4 has not figured out how to do pocket doors. So when you see these archways, I need you to pretend that they're pocket doors. Anyway, into the kitchen. Very, very pretty big kitchen. Very pretty. They've got their retro oven and fridge. You know, they probably like spent a lot of money restoring this area, you know. But yeah, that's their pretty kitchen. And there's a little dining table right there with a bench. Through this door is a little half bath, as you can see. And through this door is the backyard. So they have a little porch where she has some like potted plants, not plotted plants. A little bench, little picnic bench thing, and then lots of azaleas in the backyard. And then they have a little, what's the word? Gate that they can get in and out of, and their trash cans and stuff. Theirs is a little more well kept. This is the guy's. As you can see, I don't think he'd, you know, I don't think he'd do that much to upkeep the yard. Like, I think he does the front yard because, you know, the landlords can see the front yard. But I don't think he would bother with the backyard with the privacy fence and stuff since they don't really look at it very much. Anyway, so yeah, that's their pretty kitchen and stuff. Up the stairs we go is a hallway. And there's their little laundry alcove. Again, pretend they have pocket doors, okay? Just imagine it. Little seating area. The kitty litter box is out here on the porch. This works because in Sims 4 cats can open the doors like people, so it's fine. In here is the teenage girl's room. She's, you know, pretty girly, but plays guitar maybe, you know. It's a teenage girl room. And there's the little bed for her kitty. It's an egg. And yeah, that's her room. And here's her closet, and yes, it is kind of just like a closet in a closet. Don't be mean. I'm doing the best I can. And then here's her little bathroom. Very pretty. On the other side over here is the main bedroom. So here's where you come in. There's a little, you know, storage area and stuff. And there's the bed. There's the fireplace, naturally. Cool. What do you call these boats? Ferries. Cool ferry boat, I guess. I don't know. Riverboat? I don't, what do you call these ones with the little paddle thingies? I think it's a riverboat. Anyway. Here's where the writer guy does his writing. So lots of books and stuff. Very pretty. Here's their bathroom. It's a bit odd, like a little long, and they don't have as much counter space, but you know, these old houses, they're a little funky in layout. But yeah. At least they have a shower. And out here is another little balcony. Very pretty. Where they can sit and, you know, read or whatever. And then here's their closet. Their closet looks a little more like a closet. Are you happy now? Are you happy with the closet? Is it a little more closet-y? Complain about my closets. I think they're fine. They look like closets to me. I think you're just picky. Anyway. What? No, I don't want to move that. Ugh. So here is the police guy's house. He has a little table and chairs you can sit and, you know, have his coffee in the morning. You come in into a teeny tiny little crowded living room, which feels very Savannah to me. But yeah, it's a little cluttered. He's not quite as bad as, you know, some people. But it's, you know, he's a bachelor. He doesn't have a woman to clean up after him. Here's a fireplace in the kitchen, naturally. This is his collection of that author guy's books that he hasn't made the connection that they're the same person. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Here's his little kitchen. He has the older fridge and oven. But it's still nice, you know. And then there's a little half bath under the stairs. So yeah, we go upstairs. And here's a little hallway. And through this door is his bathroom. I thought the clutter came out pretty good in here. I thought it looked very bathroomy, you know what I'm saying? Looks very much like a bathroom, you know? But yeah, there's his bathroom. And then in here is his bedroom. There's the fireplace, naturally, with the mirror on top. You know, he's got some stuff. He's got stuff. Oh, sorry, I'm distracted by the weird squeaky noise in the music. Anyway, that's his bed. Then he has, you know, he probably video games. Maybe he streams on the side, you know, for some extra money, but maybe he's not very good. Anyway, and then finally out here is a little balcony with a wine bottle where he drinks away his troubles. Hello, Seiji. Seiji says hello. It's not a hi, Joe, here's my zoo without a Seiji in the video, right, Mishi? Right? Hello, yes, she wants pets. But yeah, that's it. That's all. That's all I have to show you. It's just this. I haven't done anything else in Willow Creek yet. But, you know, I don't think I'm not sure I'll come back. I'm not sure I'll do another Savannah house for a little bit, so I wanted to go ahead and show it to you and hear what you had to say, and if you think it's at all accurate, or if you like the backstory I came up with, you know. It's like, I mean, I guess it's fine if you don't. I'll just cry all day, every day. Right, Seiji? Yeah. Well, that's pretty much it. I hope you like it. Okay, bye.